People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news is this social media influencer blogger that lost his life in Clarendon a couple of days ago. He is more affectionately known as Leegates, Leegates TV, Leegates Entertainment. People, it seems as if the only time I've heard about a lot of these bloggers are when they are gone, because, not to sound disrespectful, I've never heard of this youth before. Maybe it is ignorance, maybe I just don't watch other bloggers for the most part. However, pretty much based on information that I am getting, it is said that this youth made a post on social media, Facebook to be specific. When he made this post, he spoke about an incident that occurred maybe about 4-something that evening, wherein a cabman and a passenger was cornered up. Based on the PowerPoint information, it is said that a passenger came in the back seat, and when he exited the vehicle, he pretty much blazed up the vehicle with the two occupants. Don't know if he had any sorts of history with the driver or the passenger. However, him took out everybody. So people, you understand that. Listen, Jamaican criminals, they don't like witnesses. So therefore, jack it up as casualty of war. Now people, when that incident occurred, like I said, Mr. Gates made a post on social media and he said, boy, it seems as if the hearts of men, it has gone to nothing. People don't respect God. People don't respect life. People don't respect any sort of thing. It seems as if the devil has taken over Jamaica. People, you will hear the rain in the background. Cannot help it. It's nature, natural. So anyways, he make a post that same day after that incident, and then he went to a party. He went to a party, and maybe about 8-something that same evening, it is said that while he was at the party with other patrons, some men come in, blaze up the place. 2 persons got hit. They were taken to the place of recovery. However, Mr. Leegates, he did not make it. Now people, what I find very strange is that Leegates also made a post, and he said that what is wrong with some of these bloggers, how them a call up people name, them not understand, say, them a put them life in a danger. However people, this is the thing. Sometimes when you speak, you have to speak as if you're speaking to yourself too. And people, like them say, after stuff happens, then you realize that, wow, wish I could take that back. So people, I am going to let you take a look at exactly what he had to say, and then I am going to give my piece.
Because right now you have to be careful what you do right now. If I even by just covering these little stories, them, if it just make people know say place now run good, a man, bad man, and want to kill us same way. So we have to be careful out there as vloggers and so on. And some of these vloggers too, they sometimes they call up some people name. We have to wonder if them really seeing, if them really have sense.
Now people, based on what this man said, like I said, maybe he should have taken his own advice. Or maybe he underestimated the seriousness of what he is doing as a blogger. Maybe he underestimated the seriousness of the people that we as bloggers talk about being it criminals. He don't realize that these people take them work seriously. He don't realize that they have strong opposition to people exposing their deeds. Now people, when we talk about Clarendon, Clarendon is one of those places that is crime ridden. Clarendon is one of those hot spots in Jamaica. Clarendon is one of those spots that have a whole lot of gang activity, a whole lot of people losing their life, some justifiably, some unjustifiably. However, what he did not also realize is that, listen, these criminals nowadays, they are big on social media. These criminals more than likely are familiar with a whole bunch of bloggers, especially if that blogger is from Clarendon, if that blogger is in the area. And people, like I said, based on information that I am getting, it is said that this was one of the men that was always out there as it pertains to the Donna Lee and the Noel Maitland and the Cathy and things. He was always making all sorts of posts. So people, I say this to say that, don't you think when this incident occurred as it pertains to the taximan and also his passenger, those same persons might have seen or heard people, bad news, it spreads fast. People know so them do them stuff. People want to try to get away. People want to try to stay out of jail and free, scot-free, even when their deeds are dangerous and criminal. So therefore, if them feel as if you are going to do anything to jeopardize their freedom, jeopardize their safety, they are going to try to eliminate anybody that poses any sorts of problem, anybody that is bad for the well-being of themselves, being free and staying alive. So therefore, they are going to eliminate any sorts of threats, directly or indirectly. Now people, based on what the Popo are saying, they are saying that this has to do something with some sorts of gang activity. Now people, I don't have any sorts of evidence to substantiate the claim that this youth is involved in any sorts of gang. However people, whenever there's any sort of gang war, whoever intervenes is going to be seen as the enemy. And people, like me say, they realize that this youth is relentless whenever he is doing his blogs. So therefore, once him touch upon the topic, once him talk about them, they feel as if this man is going to do some sort of investigation. This man is going to put his foot or his hand where it is not supposed to be. When it's the people business, leave it alone. So therefore, them pretty much took it personal, them get into them feelings. And people, you know that these criminals, them carry belly, them take everything ultra sensitive because, like we said, they are trying to stay alive. And importantly, they are trying to stay free. Free from any sorts of charge, free from any sorts of jail cell, point blank and period. Now people, I want you to listen to a video that this man posted. When he said some of these bloggers, sometimes him hear them call up people name. Him have to wonder if them seeing. Take a listen what he said and then I'll give my piece.
We have to be careful out there as vloggers and so on. Some of these vloggers too, they sometimes they call up some people name. We have to wonder if them really seeing, if them really have sense.
Now people, here is the thing. Like me say, sometimes when you put out warning or messages out there, make sure that you take that message for yourself, because sometimes the life that you save might be your own. Some just say, if he had taken his own advice, if he had known about the seriousness of what blogging entails, the risk that you take, especially when your face is out there, especially when you talk about stuff that the people feel as if directly or indirectly you have some information that could lead them to prison. Now people, I remember when I first started doing the video, me used to hear people say, boy, me can't trust no blogger if me can't see them face. However people, whenever I do anything, it is intentional, it is premeditated. So therefore, I think beforehand. And people, it is coincidence that I started blogging without showing my face, because I actually started YouTube doing all sorts of mix CD and DVD. So there was no need for me to put my face, just the video, just the audio. However, when I started, I said to myself, yo, you know, say Jamaica this. You know, so when you start call up certain people name, it might be problematic. They might get them feelings. And by these people, I am speaking about politicians, rogue power, gunman, don, any sorts of criminal element or any sorts of bad element in a society that might not want to get exposed. So I said to myself, listen, the safest way for me to do is to put my voice, no face, even though it is more credible when you show your face. So therefore, when people can look in your eye, looking at your face and hear what you say, then you have an advantage. It is more advantageous. You seem to be even more credible. Even though some people are bare-faced liar, them can make you looking at them face, looking at them eye, and them lie to you right in front of your eye or right in front of your face. So it does not mean anything. However, what I was looking at first was the safety and well-being. Now you have to remember, you know, people are people. Them have their own individual life. However, when you have a whole bunch of persons that are dependent on you, mean pitney, mean parents, you cannot think for yourself. You have to think, listen, where I gonna go on if something happened to me? Where I gonna go on if me gone, then who I gonna take care of them people? Them people are pretty much, I'm gonna say, them are gonna suffer. However, financially, it is not going to be as easy for them to cope. So therefore, when you think, you have to look at big picture. The next thing that I realize, when it comes to our own community, there's a whole lot of people with a whole bunch of hate. And be it on social media, you have the Twitter finger gangsters. If you look at your comments, sometimes you see some comments, you have to scratch your head. You have to say to yourself, but hold on a minute. These people have a whole bunch of hate. These people do not know you. These people hate you just because them full of hate. It is not anything that you might have done wrong. It's just that they are sad. They are fed up with their own pathetic life. So therefore, misery loves company. So therefore, anything them can do to make you look bad, it seems as if it elevates them, it makes them feel good. So therefore, they make certain sorts of comments that makes absolutely no sorts of sense. But people, those are not the people that I worry about, because pretty much, me not really give them any sorts of credit or credibility. Me just overlook them. But however, I use it to make me know, say, listen, there's a whole bunch of people filled with a whole bunch of hate. We should just hope that these people are harmless. These people won't harm a fly. So therefore, that is the least of my problem. I also look on the fact that me and people always in a all sorts of thing. I see people I do live for hours. I talk things about me. And I say me do them this. And I say me do them that. And then you have people that are endorsing it. I say yes, as if them know, as if me and them in a something. So me I say to myself, then hold on. People are hating in the comment section. Your own co-worker has spread peer rumors and propaganda about you. This is a next level of hate. And why is the hate? Not because of anything that you might have done. However, it is because of their own insecurity. However, what is appalling is the fact that you also have some rest of other haters that join in clique with these people. A whole bunch of haters now come together being blogger and subscriber for sure are hate. So therefore, them form this hate squad. You hear people say, yeah, this, yeah, that. And people, when me pray it, I say to myself, but hold on a minute. Some of these bloggers, people put them on a pedestal and people say them want changes in a Jamaica. But they themselves are nothing short of wicked and evilous. The only difference with them is that them not out there pie up anybody with any sorts of tool. However, the hate and level of hate that they spew out there, the people will follow them, just haters just like them. Then people, if the people may comment a hater, and if them had the art, if them had the knowing and the willingness, well, not the willingness, the ability to do somebody harm and get away with it, you know, things so them would do it. The same thing for the bloggers. However, people, again, that is not my problem. My problem is people with power. Because we know say a lot of these bloggers, they are great pretenders. So therefore, me not really pay them any sorts of mind. However, when it comes to people with actual power, and by power I mean them have the money, them have the willingness, them have the evilness, them have the ability to do you all sorts of harm, to take you out of this world, you have to be careful. So I just say, when it pertains to the politician, the MPs, when it pertains to these rogue poor, when it pertains to these gangsters, why would you talk about certain things? Yes, when people see your face, it legitimizes what they think that you are saying because them feel as if them know you, because them have a one-on-one personal relationship. Them can look in your face or listen to your voice and put the two together and say, yeah, this person is credible. But what they don't also realize, a lot of people are great pretenders. So people, me just say, me know before me get into this thing that the danger that it poses to my life and well-being. So therefore, why would I put myself in harm's way? People, me move like how me move, me stand offish. People say me arrogant, people say me this, people say me that. However, because me know better, who knows better, do better. A lot of these people who call themselves blogger, they are not really the brightest tool in the shed. So therefore, them like to beat up themselves because them like the hype. However, what they did not realize and what this person has taught them is that, listen, you as a blogger, once you talk about certain people are going to get into them feelings. So therefore, you will lose your life. Now people like me say, me just a talk in general. I don't know anything about this youth. I don't know what type of involvement, what type of double life he live, because me not know him from Adams or Eve. But me just a say, me myself as a person, I act or do the things that I do because I know better, and people like them say, he who know better, do better, point blank and period. So people, at the end of the day, the moral of the story is this. Let this be a warning to all of you out there, knuckleheads. It is sad that somebody has to lose his life just to make an example, just to let you know, if you didn't know before, that listen, this thing it's serious like a heart attack, point blank and period. So anyways, people, like me say, I appreciate the fact that you have options to listen whoever you want to listen to. If you like news that is straightforward, no beating around the bush, no sorts of gimmicks, staying on topic, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. Bless up.